Okay, we had some dumplings and now we're on the move again. We're kind of in a residential neighborhood here, but now that I got fed, I feel like I have a lot more energy. So I think we're gonna go to the museum now. So we're gonna go check out the National Museum, which they say is free on Tuesday. We'll find out about that part. In our previous video, we talked about Poland up until about the year 1918, which is when the Second Polish Republic was established. And now I kind of wanted to talk about Polish history from 1918 to present day, which is pretty much the Poland that most Americans, I think, know, and kind of reflect back on that history. This wall was constructed in 1540 as a defense into the old town of Warsaw, and as you can see, there's different coloration on the bricks because this wall has been destroyed many times during different uprisings and bombings in Warsaw, Poland. But it shows kind of what the geography is like for some of these uprisings that happened. There's this ditch-like structure and there's different defensive wall that's very medieval, and this was the setting in which the 1918 uprising was held, in which Poland had to defend its borders many times from different invasions. But then this happened. Germany invaded Poland in World War II, and Poland once again lost its identity. War, unfortunately, is brutal. This monument here is dedicated to all the children that died in World War II in Poland. Poland tried to resist at first, but they fell pretty fast. And so during World War II, Poland was part of the German Empire. They were a conquered country once again. And for that, we learned another thing. I'm going to take you to another place called the Warsaw Uprising Monument. In downtown Warsaw, there is a place called the Ghetto. And this line here, the Ghetto line, is when the Germans first invaded Poland, they rounded up anybody that was a dissenter, which actually turned out to be most of Poland. If you go into the Ghetto, you will find a monument called the Warsaw Uprising. The Polish people did not like being an oppressed nation. And in 1944, when they thought the Germans were weak, started to rise up against the Germans. There was a national underground movement, and they decided to attack the Germans. And at first they were winning. They controlled Warsaw for a few weeks. But the Germans were smart. They had traps. The biggest trap was this tank that they left behind. The Polish people thought they had captured a tank, but really it was a trap. And the Germans had put a bomb in this tank, and the Polish people had hidden the tank in the cathedral, and it blew up, and that was where a lot of people were hiding. It killed a lot of the resistance fighters. Ultimately, the resistance in 1944 was a loss for Poland. Poland, the resistance fighters lost, and anybody that the Germans could find, they killed. The Germans decided that since these people were rising and rebelling against them, they needed to be punished. The German army decided to carpet bomb Poland, particularly Warsaw, that started the uprising, and 90% of Warsaw was destroyed in 1944. So everything that you see today in Warsaw is pretty new. What eventually happened was in 1945, the Russians liberated Poland. And when the Russians liberated Poland, they came in and they took over Poland and they incorporated Poland into what then was known as the USSR, which was the United Soviet Union, which was comprised of many Eastern European countries at the time and controlled by Russia. The Red Army was the occupying army in Poland. The Polish people did not like the Russians, but it was better than being under the Germans. Some interesting architecture in Poland. When you first get off the train from the airport to the city center, you're going to see this huge building, and it's called the Palace of Culture and Science. And this building was built in the 1950s by Russia. And basically this building is a monument, which is a thank you from Russia to Russia for liberating the Polish people. Polish people weren't very happy about being under the USSR, and promptly in 1989, they tried to acquire their independence from Russia. As soon as Perestroika and the Berlin Wall fell down, Polish was one of the first countries to declare their independence from the USSR, and today they are a free country. And it's an amazing thing to see Poland today, and I really enjoyed traveling through Poland. All these things that I saw were very accessible by public transportation. The Polish people are so friendly. If you get the chance to go to Poland, I would highly recommend that you go. There's many other places in Poland that you can explore that I just didn't have the time to explore in this trip. But one day I plan to go back to Warsaw. I hope you go to Warsaw too. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a good thumbs up, a like. It helps the channel. Share it out with your friends. Again, adventure is out there. Go and see it. And we will see you on the next PedrozaTravel adventure.
Nie